A cross-country hunt for a local sex offender is over. Thanks for joining us for Fox 4 News at 11. I'm Jane Monreal.
I'm Patrick Nolan. This is his mugshot. Kendall Hutchins was picked up by police this morning, but in another state after he reportedly skipped out on a court date last week.
Hutchins is wanted in connection to the sexual assault of his teenage co-worker last summer. Fox 4's Rochelle Alleen's been speaking with alleged victim's mother, who didn't want to be identified to protect her daughter's privacy.
You know, as we know at this point, Hutchins is currently sitting inside of a jail cell in Rhode Island. State police there tell me they're working very hard to extradite him back here to Lee County. And once he's back, he'll be held without bond and he'll be facing new charges.
I screamed. I said, they got him, they got him, they got him.
Shouts of joy rang out in a corner of Southwest Florida this morning as cuffs were slapped on this man, 33-year-old Kendall Hutchins, all the way in Rhode Island.
I like to say, Kendall, I told you we were going to get you. We got you. Justice is going to be served, and I'm waiting for you here in Lee County the minute you get here.
That voice is from the mother of his most recent alleged victim. He's accused of sexually assaulting that woman's teen daughter in the parking lot of the restaurant they both worked at last year. Hutchins spent 2 days in jail in connection to the crime and then bailed out last summer with an ankle monitor. But court documents show early last week he apparently took the monitor off and then took off, skipping a court date and then town.
He'd have kept running. Had somebody not stepped up and said, this is where he's at, this guy would have kept running.
Hutchins was picked up in a hotel near Providence, Rhode Island Thursday morning with a woman and her child. Crime Stopper says a tipster is the one who let them know where he was.
Maybe he thought that he could just get out of the state, people would forget. We're not forgetting about a crime like this.
It's a person that mom says she's eternally grateful to.
I don't know who you are, but I thank you. My daughter thanks you, my family thanks you, and I'm sure the community thanks you.
On top of the 2 counts of sexual assault he's already facing in connection to this case, we're told Hutchins will be facing at least 2 other charges for running and for tampering with that ankle monitor. What do those charges just on their own mean for his case? We got a Florida Gulf Coast University professor and lawyer to weigh in on what's next.
We have a person in custody who has provided his word and his bond that says, I am not going to run. Well, first of all, he's broken that.
Professor Pamela C. says there could also be more charges on the way because Hutchins is a registered sex offender.
He failed to register in another state. The second thing, he was in the presence of another child.
As far as the child he's wanted for right now, her mom says this is what justice will look like in their case.
He's put away forever. That's what we need. He's a danger to society. He's just a menace.
That mom also tells me that she's called her local state representatives to see if there's a law that can be passed to keep people like Kendall from being granted bail at all. In Fort Myers, Rochelle Alleen, Fox 4.
Well, Hutchins' run from police has left many in our community asking and wondering why he was offered bail in the first place. Again, FGCU professor and lawyer Pamela C. weighed in.
It's hard for anyone to say. Was it wrong? Well, now we know. Now we know that was not the right decision. But judges have to make snap decisions. They have to make immediate decisions. They have to be able to address a situation based on what information they have in front of them at that time.
She also tells us it's likely Hutchins could now be facing a minimum of 15 to 20 years in prison in connection to the case. You can listen to C's full interview on our website, fox4now.com.